Hey guys, it's Blake West back again with another video. I'm going to start doing karaoke videos to cut in between some of my songs, so I have content at all times going up and stuff. I want to thank y'all for getting over 50 subs. I'm also going to put this on my Facebook. I appreciate every one of you, all of you. I want to thank the Lord and thank all of you. And I hope y'all enjoy today. Charlie Daniels Band, Legend of Woolley Swamp. My brother wanted me to do it a couple years ago. I just couldn't do it a couple years ago, so maybe I'm better now, but hopefully, we'll see. Let me take a drink of water, or drink of green tea, really. Green tea, no sugar. Perfect drink. But anyway, appreciate y'all. Charlie Daniels Band, Legend of Woolley Swamp. Well, if you ever go back in the Woolley Swamp, well, you better not go at night. There's things out there in the middle of them woods that make a strong man die from fright. There's things that crawl and things that fly and things that creep around on the ground. And they say the ghost of Lucius Clay gets up and he walks around, but I couldn't believe it. I just had to find out for myself, and I couldn't conceive it. 'Cause I never would listen to nobody else, and I couldn't believe it. I just had to find out for myself. There's some things in this world you just can't explain. The old man lived in Woolley Swamp way back in Booger Woods. He never did do a lot of harm in the world, but he never did do no good. People didn't think too much of him. They all thought he acted funny. The old man didn't care about people anyway. All he cared about was his money. He'd stuff it all down into mason jars and he'd bury it all around. And on certain nights, if the moon was right, he'd dig it up out of the ground. He'd pour it all out on the floor of his shack and run his fingers through it. Yeah, Lucius Clay was a greedy old man, and that's all there was to it. But I couldn't believe it. I just had to find out for myself, and I couldn't conceive it. Probably never would listen to nobody else, and I couldn't believe it. I just had to find out for myself that there's some things in this world you just can't explain. The Gable boys was white trash. They lived over Cavers Creek. They were mean as a snake and sneaky as a cat and belligerent when they speak. One night the oldest brother said, "Y'all meet me in the Woolley Swamp later, and we'll take that old Lucius man's money and we'll feed him to the alligators." They found the old man out in the back with a shovel in his hand and 13 rusty mason jars he just dug up out of the sand. And they all went crazy and they beat the old man and they picked him up off the ground and they threw him in the swamp and stood there and laughed as the black water sucked him down. Then they turned around, went back to the shack and picked up his money and ran. They hadn't gone nowhere when they realized they were running in quicksand. And they struggled and they screamed and they couldn't get away. And just before they went under, they could hear that old man laughing in a voice as loud as thunder. That's been 50 years ago, and you can go by there yet. There's a spot in the yard in the back of that shack where the ground is always wet. And on certain nights, if the moon is right, down by that dark footpath, you can hear 3 young men screaming, and you can hear one old man laugh. If you ever go back in the Woolley Swamp, well, you better not go at night. There's things out there in the middle of them woods make a strong man die from fright. There's things that crawl and things that fly and things that creep around on the ground. And they say the ghost of Lucius Clay gets up and he walks around, but I couldn't believe it. I just had to find out for myself, and I couldn't conceive it. 'Cause I never would listen to nobody else, and I couldn't believe it. I just had to find out for myself that there's some things in this world you just can't explain, yeah. Some things in this world you just can't explain. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. That's Charlie Daniels, Woolley Swamp. There you go, my brother. Let's get it. But I really appreciate all of you and thank you so much. Appreciate you.